Alright, hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Casual Elite Gaming back again. Sorry, put this on. Sorry, there's a little bit of glare. Let's zoom in for you. Yep, so Casual Elite Gaming here, bringing you a deck profile on my dinos. So, this is a updated version from the last video. It's actually a complete build. I know I said it was an incomplete build the last time, but I'm pretty sure for the most part now I have the complete build. Unless for some reason during this recording I somehow like, oh yeah, I forgot this. You know, it's like, what the heck? But yeah, so sorry for any inconvenience of any kind. But I'm just gonna hop right into it. Not gonna hold you up guys for long. Alright. Oh boy. Yeah, so sorry to hear me sniffing a liar sometimes. It seems like I want to record. All of a sudden my my allergies want to act up for some odd reason. Okay, so as always, as the last time, first boss monster of the deck is going to be the Transcendosaurus. Was it Metalurus? Metalurus. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. Pretty much he is one of your main boss monsters of the deck. Pretty much you let me move this over just a little bit. Pretty much how you can special summon him is you can special him off of Petit Pteranodon, which is basically the baby that lets you special summon level 4 or higher from your deck to your field. Or the second way is to pop two dinosaur type monsters from your hand, special summon him out on the field. Allows you to dump a dinosaur type monster from your deck to the graveyard. Usually a lot of times you want to go for a normal monster, but you can go for literally whatever you want for your particular build. That's why I kind of like him, because he's kind of like really like versatile in that kind of way. It doesn't say normal monster, it's just basically one dinosaur type monster from your deck to your graveyard. Alright, so next up, I do run, and I finally got it in the mail. I do run 2 Xeno. He is your 6-star tuner. He has an effect where if a card is destroyed by battle or by card effect, you basically can special summon him out to the field. And then you destroy one dinosaur type monster either in your hand or on your field. So he is good for like if you only have one baby in your hand, you can pop the baby, get him out to the field. Or you could chain his effect to your Metalurus. And basically, after you pop the 2 babies, then you can pretty much chain him in comparison, or off of Metalurus. I can't get used to that name, Metalurus. But yeah, so next up, oh yeah, and also with him, if he's destroyed, you can basically shuffle one from one normal monster from your deck. From your grave to your deck, and then of course, basically you can't special summon any monster for a certain turn except for a dragon, dinosaur, sea serpent, or worm. So I guess in a way you could kind of use this in maybe like a fire or water deck if you wanted to, but that's neither here nor there. Next up, the original boss monster of the deck is your, of course, Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Nothing really to explain there. You banish 2 from your hand, hand filled, or well, sorry, not hand. You banish 2 from your graveyard, summon him out, or it gets past summon off of a double evolution pill, which this time around, thank God I do have. And Your next up is going to be your soul-eating Oviraptor. Ovi or Avi. I like to say Oviraptor. It's clearly Oviraptor, but I like to say Oviraptor. That's just me. If you guys don't know what he does, pretty much you can summon him out. Normal or special summon. You can search one dinosaur type monster of any level from your deck to your hand, or you can basically Foolish Burial it to the graveyard. Secondary effect is you can pop one other dinosaur type monster on the field, and then recur one back from the grave, but it's a level 4 or lower only when you're popping, and then and then upon a special summon, it's literally any level from the grave to the field. So you can only target level 4s or lower on the field. Next up, for your babies, I do run the 3 Petite and the 3 Babysaurus. Nothing really to explain there. They get destroyed. His special summon a dinosaur type monster for your deck. The Babysaurus does level 4 or lower, and Petite does 4 or higher from your deck to your field. And of course, the only difference between the two is with Petite you can't attack with that particular monster, but with Babysaurus you can still attack. Sorry, just trying to get that all fixed. Okay, here we go. Next up, I do run the Archosaurus. I'm actually happy I still have this. This is your pretty much your only searcher to basically search your double evolution pill directly from your deck to your hand. And of course, how you would use them is you normally summon him out. You pop a baby in your hand, or you pop another dinosaur monster in your hand, and you could basically get a double search off. You yeah, so you basically get like a double search off of him, and you search one for the baby, and then you search double evolution pill for his effect. Alright, next up, I do run one kaiju, and that's going to be the Dogaron. Just for the simple fact that he can be searched. You can search him from your hand to your hand off of Oviraptor or Oviraptor. And also he can be summoned off of Petite as well for level 4 higher. I was considering doing the whole kind of like kaiju, also lava golem, owner seal combo, but didn't really seem necessary. For my normal monsters, I do run 2 Sabersaurus and 2 Megalomasher X. Self-explanatory, nothing really to explain there. It's mainly for my my bigger boss monsters, the ones that Metal Lotus and Xeno, for recurring them back from the graveyard. For one of those for the dinosaurs, I run the Pankotrops, your free special summon of the deck, and my one miscellaneous. I kind of wish this was like maybe like at least at 2. Kind of sucks that he's at 1. But what you gotta do, right? Yeah, the ban list is the ban list. Alright, getting into the non-dinosaur type monsters of the deck. Currently at 3, I do run the True King Disaster of the deck. I run him at 3. I mean, why not? He's at 3, so I might as well run him, right? He's at 3 currently. Of course, I do run Earth, so I could get 2 Earths, 2 babies. I like having the option of like popping it off a Metalurus, or my True King here. Just for simple fact, with the True King, you pop 2, you can banish cards from the extra deck. Basically, you can play according to the situation. If the deck is, of course, extra deck focus heavy, you want to go for him. Or if it's not that extra deck focus heavy, it's more like just gray focus, then you can just go with the other guy, you know? Alright, so next up I do run the Vanisher for the True King, mainly because I run a lot of fires, and of course he banishes, I believe, one from one monster from your opponent's field or your graveyard. So, which is pretty cool. As long as, of course, as long as both of the targets that were destroyed by his effect are both fire. Next up, I do run triple Ash Blossom just in case I need an extra pop target, or in case my opponent is doing something that I don't want them to do. I can just Ash them, or I could just pop them for, you know, a pop target. And this is kind of like a proxy because yet again, it seems like I'm always forgetting something. But I did order it already. It's on its way. It's not here yet. But I do run 2 Dracula. But this is actually a good proxy. Like if you don't want to run Dracula, 2 Jet Synchron. And just to basically sum it up is, if you pop, say for example, if you pop Jet Synchron and your Ash, okay, for Vanisher, you can pretty much still recur him back to your field, and then you know, pretty much he would get banished afterwards, but still, you know, I mean, it's something. If you don't want to, if you didn't want to run that, I don't know why you wouldn't. But if you're just like looking for an extra target for non-Dino, this is actually a good substitute for Dracula. Alright, so next we're gonna hop in to my spells. So first up for the spells, I do run 2 of the Cycle of the Cycle of the Fire Kings. Basically to have a second way to reoccur some of my fire dinosaur type monsters from the graveyard if need be. So I can just pop a fire one that I have on the field, and then recur 1 back to my field, another fire monster from my graveyard. Yep. I mean, that's pretty much what that does, really. Next up, finally came in the mail. Run 2 of the Double Evolution Pill. Now, I only run 2 of these for the simple fact that I only run 2 of the searcher for it. Archosaurus. Only run 2 of him in the deck. And, yeah, moving on from there. A little bit of help, board clearing help. Raigeki. I still kept that in, just to help me clear my opponent's board if my opponent has like no multiple negates, or basically 1 negate. I need to get around in particularly. So usually a lot of times what I'll do is I'll just bait with the Raigeki first, and then pretty much go with Ultimate Conductor's effect, or I'll just bait with another effect just so that I can just basically crash right through it. Another bait effect that I use sometimes is the double Book of Eclipse. Just basically a spell version of Ultimate Conductor, except for, of course, if you don't get rid of the monsters, they flip up, and then every single card that flips, your opponent draws a card. Yep. And next up is Fossil Dig. Fossil Dig is just another searcher, just like Aviraptor. Helps you search a dinosaur type monster from your deck to your hand, but with this, it's limited to level 6 or lower. So it does get you your Xeno, but other than that, Anything higher, you have to use a Aviraptor to get to. And the only trap I run on the deck is my evenly matched. So usually a lot of times, if I'm going second or I go first, I'll either set this, or if I go second, I'll probably just won't attack, depending on how big of a board my opponent has or how many negates they have. So pretty much I'll just try to evenly match them right away if I do have this card in my hand. Alright, so lastly, my extra deck, and I know I'll keep on sniffing, I'm sorry guys. She seems like every single time I hit record. I get all stuffy. Alright, so did have some new stuff come in, so I just figured I'd add them in with this deck profile. New version, or new to the deck, I do run the double A Zeus. Literally just lay it over top of literally any Exceed monster, and those attachments become his attachments, and then pretty much from there you can attach any number of his materials, literally pop the same amount of cards from the field. And yeah, he's pretty much just straightforward. He's 3K, he's a little bit of a beater, but yeah, he's an awesome addition to the deck. I actually really like him. Next up, I only run one number C107 Neon Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. Yet again, just another generic rank 9. Pretty much yeah, so you could detach one to the interface, negate all effects, some effects on currently on the field, so that includes your stuff too, and all other effects, and you probably can't activate any of the effects. So you pretty much could just like use this as an omni negate, so you can just basically just attack over your opponent's stuff, or you could just go this plus like evenly matched, or you could do Raigeki. That's another option. So you go into him. Basically, you could bait, or if it goes through, you could just negate everything. Raigeki, if you're trying to attack, or you just evenly match, just skip over your own battle phase and just evenly match them. Right, so next up, they're generic rank 9 that people, I guess, kind of really sleep on, is the Earth Slayer. You can, I pretty much am planning on using him in tandem with the Zeus, because with Slayer you can just attack over your opponent's monsters, and you add them to this card as materials, and then when you feel like you have more than enough, then you can just slap him on top, and you just clear your opponent's board off of his effect, which is actually pretty savage in my eyes. That's actually savage as heck. The last XC that I run is, of course, one Fortress. Literally just for the banish effect. Pretty straightforward. Going into synchros, I do run Trishula 0. You're level 11 of the deck. And pretty much once he's pretty much removed from the field, he floats down into your Trish, regular Trishulia, and then of course upon summon, he also banishes 3 monsters. And the good thing about him floating into your Trish is when Trish is summoned, it also is also treated as a synchro summon, so you can banish again. Sorry. Oh boy. Yeah, so just that. So I also run the Trish. Another level 9 synchro that people actually either forget about or just don't run because I guess you don't think it's good. I'm the type of guy I like rogue decks. Anything that's like basically generic that's really going to help me win or establish a board, I'll play. Mistworm. I do run one of these. A lot of people, I guess, I really don't see a lot of people run this that much, but yeah, I had one. I had one laying around. I figured I'd throw it in because it is level 9. And the only thing this does differently than Trish is instead of banishing, it just returns up to 3 cards on your opponent's field to the hand, which is good to get rid of like extra deck monsters that can't be destroyed by card effect. You just bounce them back. Another again just generic level 9 synchro. Uh, I've run Vermilion, Dragon, Beck. And with this, basically, you could just send one tuner for your hand to the graveyard, or sorry, banish one from your hand or grave or field, and then you could target one card on the field, destroy it, and then if this card is ever destroyed and sent to the graveyard, I could target one banish tuner and basically add it to my hand. So it's one of those days where like if you're just like, yeah, I need a little bit, just need to pop one. I don't need to go crazy. Just all right. Just back one of my tuners that I used. Okay. And of course the Brio package. I do one Brionic, one Gungar, and of course the one Tiger King. And that's pretty much going to sum it up. There's nothing to say. This guy is actually pretty broke too. You can literally send. You target a number of face-up monsters you control. Return those targets to the hand, and then he gains 500 for each one. Kind of wish like it was your opponent controls because this would be actually way more viable. There's so many decks. But yeah, but that's going to be it for the deck profile. If you guys made it to the end, as always, please leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And yeah, man. Enough said. Because no, I can't really tell if you guys like this kind of content or not. It helps if I get some subs, or maybe at least a like or something. Yeah, but with that said, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time, and stay casual.